T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm reviewing Fans Toys Lupus. I want this video to be short and sweet. It shouldn't take that long. Here's their comparison beside each other. They are roughly about the same height, but maybe Lupus, depending on how you have them, yeah, they're about the same height. If you need to see more comparisons with him and this guy, like in their beast modes or whatever, watch my video for Dracula. But anywho, this guy, I've owned him for a while, but I have not reviewed him. I don't know why, because he has a very easy transformation. Now these, you saw what just happened. These knees, if you're holding them by the hair, the knees aren't strong enough to hold up his body. His whole upper torso, just about all of this, all of that is die cast, and he's heavy as a freaking brick. The feet are almost solid freaking die cast, but when you put them in a pose, you don't have to worry about none of that stuff right there. It's just grabbing them by the lower legs and expecting his weight, his knees to hold that weight, and that's not gonna happen. But he's still not perfect. So, but let's let you see the face up close right now. I like the finish that it has on it. That's really cool. The neck is like a metallic color as well. It can look up and down, even though this is a Head Master. Naturally, with this being a third-party product, I had to put that sticker on myself. You open this up, and you get to see his tech specs right there. His speed, strength, and intelligence, which is painted on. This doesn't make it function. But that door stays shut well. Any complaints with the paint? This yellow right here, some of the yellows don't match. I mean, it does a good enough job, but if you really stare at it, some of the yellows don't match. I don't know if you can tell in this video how that comes off. But anyway, the thing looks good, it feels good, and it's really hefty. You feel like you can beat somebody to death with it. My issues with it is the articulation. Unlike Dracula, it doesn't have a lot of good articulation. One, my main complaint is this right here. That's as far out as you can make the arms go. Even, I mean, because of the way it's sculpted as well, you can't like do this and get around it. When you put his arms like that, it really suffers. It's like, I don't know why they engineered the shoulders like that. It's like all the complaints I have with this guy, I never reviewed him. I guess everybody else must have had the same complaints. They took all of that away with Dracula. Anywho, the elbows don't bend more than 90 degrees. It might be slight. It looks like he has a double jointed elbow, but I mean, actually he does, but it doesn't bend more than 90 degrees no matter what you do. I mean, if they would have cut that out or made this hinge up, it would have had that. And I think all of that's unfortunate. Like, a sword wielding character should definitely be able to make the arms go all the way out and definitely have double jointed elbows. The wrist can swivel, and all the fingers are individually articulated with the hinge in the middle of the knuckles. The middle knuckle hinge is not pinned, so I'm sure that can just pop off if you mess with it enough. And thumb is on a ball joint with a pin in it for that hinge right there. Wrist don't go out or anything like that. It's basic. No ab crunch, but it has swivel right there. And it has these flaps. They even improved this on Dracula, because Dracula doesn't have these flaps. The legs are just solid molded like Make Toys type products. But you have those ratchets there. Leg ain't going nowhere. Leg ain't going nowhere. Swivel. Double jointed knee. This is the lower knee bend, but the upper knee can bend as well. There you go. Ankle pivot is weak. Like, it comes in that much, but it does rotate that way a bit, so that's helpful. it comes back and comes forward. Move this panel out, it can come forward more. Another design issue, this panel right here does not lock into anything. It just comes open, so you have to worry about stuff like this happening depending how far in you have that panel. I mean, they should have definitely engineered something better than that. I almost feel like they got this guy to a point where they were like, yeah, let's just throw him out, and then they didn't put any more effort into it. That was that. But here's the gun. Here's an open barrel. Looks like that. It's basic. Just put everything in the hand the same way you do ever masterpiece stuff. Now, he holds the gun better than the sword, so that's okay. The little headmaster. I should have studied his real name, but I'll have that in the title or in the description or something like that. I have a comparison with the other headmaster and Dracula's video. Here you are with this. No, the head does not rotate, because if it did, I guess that would make it difficult to rotate that little neck thing right there. Ball joint here goes out barely at all, comes all the way up. Knees bend on the hinge right there. The mold is weird, you see that? Ball jointed ankles that can pivot in, swivel, kick forward and back a little bit. Any shoulders do this. When you stick it out, they can't really go outward at all unless you just do this, and it has an elbow. And of course that's on the back permanently. Peg the legs together, do that, and he's done. Now let's just get straight into the transformation. Remove the gun, put the hands or the thumb like this. Open this panel right here. Rotate the fist like that. Start bringing this down right here. But you need to push your finger in there to get this panel out that's under here. Rotate that in. Shut this little peg. Well, I don't know what to call that. That needs to groove into the little doggy arm. And now we can shut that over the fist. Same stuff over here. Now that we got that out of the way, we need to bring this wolf head up. Make sure that that peg goes into the robot neck. And we're good with that. Annoying thing. This right here is hard to get to because it's behind the arms. Unless you have little tiny fingers, you might need a tool. But basically, start getting that up and you might have to grab at this, but try your damnedest to slide this forward. Once you get it far enough, you can move the arms again and pull it all the way to the top. I do not like that design, and this right here, problem. That does not stay shut fresh out of the daggone box. It doesn't clip in anywhere. So I just feel like this was kind of unfinished, to be honest. It doesn't really matter, but you can move these shoulder bits forward. I mean, that's barely even a difference, to be honest. The legs open this, start rotating that right there. Move the doggy foot down. Bring this little panel right there forward. Move this down to here, and that pegs together very friggin' well. Maybe a little bit too well. And we can bring this panel into there. I'll do that one more time. Bring that out. Move this panel in now. Start rotating this way. Move the doggy leg out of the way. Move that forward this way. And bring this panel down. Now we can bring this, but you have to like kind of bend that first joint up this way. Lift this down. You mostly just want to make sure this is touching the robot butt. Same stuff over here. Make sure it's touching the robot butt. And we can clip that together. Bring that down. Now we could bring these down. Before tabbing this together, actually, slot this into here. And then we can bring that together. Bring this forward. Bring that forward. And now he's a little doggy. And you can bend this sword up to become a tail. 1, 2, 3 joints. That's cool. Now it looks like this will mess with your mind. It looks like these are supposed to tab into his sides, but they do not get close enough for that. So that does give him a little waist turn. The legs can come out like this. You can go all the way around like that. This does not rotate like outward, but it can hinge, and it does have a little ankle pivot. These arms can of course only go out that much. They can rotate here, bend that much. The foot can come forward, come down, and it's on ankle pivot. The neck is cool. See, the head is down like this and has that little extra piece for the neck. And the mouth can open. But if you rotate this way, now his head can come up and he can like howl at the moon and whatnot. And last things to show you, open this little door. He has the little cockpit, just like mine, White Pad or Dracula, with the NES controller inside of there. Put the little dude in there. Got to put the feet up under there. So basically, you need to get him into a position like this, and you have to make sure the legs are like kind of splayed out, or else they won't go underneath. It's like they need to be shut enough to fit between there, but then you gotta make sure they can shove underneath of the control panel. But you get the picture. It's kind of difficult to do on camera right now, but as you can see, he's in there and he's controlling Lupus or Weirdwolf. And the last thing you can do is store the weapon. And yeah, Fans Toys is a little bit perverted. If you split this, there's a little notch there. The notch fits inside of here. You can shut that back together with the gun in a notch. Make sure everything's lined up correctly. And now he has weapon storage. Yeah. Now he has like a long robo dog penis. If that's what you want to do. Because everything needs to store on the body. So they got it out of the way, but yeah. Dracula has something like that in his robot mode, which I showed off. So if the alligator dude, if Skull Cruncher, their Skull Cruncher, has something like that, I know it's on purpose. And as you can see here, turning the neck also makes him able to look in different directions. I didn't show that off, but he's cool. The dog mode is cool. I wish that this locked into place. That's my main complaint, because I don't know how much outward you would need for the little wolf mode, but in robot mode this is definitely a problem. So yeah, I had to take points away from him for that. I wish it had better ankle pivot in robot mode. And yeah, that's pretty much about that. The price point for him might be a little bit crazy for him not to be as dynamic, but this thing is crazy heavy. He almost just feels as heavy as frickin' Grinder right here, which is nuts. Anywho, I'm tired of talking. So, thank you for watching. T-Man978 out of here. Ooh. But anywho, I'm tired of talking. Anywho, I'm tired of talking. Anywho, I'm tired of talk. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.